Hey friends, this your girl here, Tanisha. Now Tanisha's passiveincome.com, guys. So here's a rant that I have, right? Now my aunt's a foster parent. You know, love my aunt. She's a foster parent. But I used to be on the other side. Meaning I used to be the social worker. I used to be one removing the kids, setting up plans for the kids, and plans to go back to their parents, plans to go to school, goals and stuff like that, right? Now, social work, guys, is a tough job because first of all, you're overworked and underpaid, okay? And 85% of the time, you sitting up talking about clients, right? Whether it's negative or positive, you're doing that amongst the peers of everybody that's in the job setting. And as I see, my aunt, she's good, with kids, but as I see her get these children and, the agency removes the children and then they put new kids and then they remove the children, then they put other kids. It's like, the ACS, the Child Administration for Children's Service Agency, guys, all they're doing, which is very heartbreaking, is exploiting these kids for money. It's like human trafficking, basically, and, whoever thought, of a way, to remove kids and, put kids in foster care, guys, it's a big business. Me working in the social work, arena, guys, the goals, were not really productive goals. The goals were not, let's help this mom get a job or let's help this mom go to school, or let's help these children get, extracurricular activities so that they can go and become better. No, guys, these people's goals were set to, stay in the shelter. Their goals were to stay on welfare. Their goals were to get another baby father. Their goals were to have another meeting about them staying in the shelter and how long they were going to stay in the shelter. The goals were, okay, what next home are these children going to go to? Like, I couldn't do that job anymore, guys, because first of all, I'm a person of integrity. Like, I can't. I did it for 5 years. I absolutely hated it. Okay, I hated that job, okay? Simply because, guys, I was not productive in that job, okay? That job sucked, and if you're a social worker, especially for ACS, guys, I'm telling you, get out of that shit quick. That money it ain't no money really involved in it, and I'm telling you, it's a draining job, and it's a really sucky job, because all you're doing is exploiting kids for money, for a fucking paycheck. None of them have no goals, and the co-workers that I had, they didn't have any goals for themselves and their kids. So of course they don't have no real goals for somebody else's kids that they don't even give a fuck about. I'm telling you guys, the system is all fucked up. Administration for Children's Services, guys, need to be shut the fuck down. We just heard a verdict of one of the foster parents, right, that they took these kids from their parents and put it with this foster parent who was abusing the kids, and they found him not guilty. So you mean to tell me the city or the state has authority to beat my kids, whip my kids, educationally neglect them, medically neglect them, but the parent can't? See, this is only in America. In Pakistan and Jamaica and Bangladesh and all that shit, you, as kids, you get your ass whooped. And in China, you get your ass whooped and ain't nobody there to save and rescue you. Only in America. Why? Because America uses children as a fucking, human trafficking to make money. See, in other countries, they don't have this bullshit. It's a sad thing, guys. It's a fucking sad thing, and I'm thank God that he got me away from that job. That job was too much. It was too draining, guys. I saw too many kids fall through the cracks. I remember I had a case where a little girl, 5 years old, got raped by her fucking uncle, and the uncle was still in the fucking house. Raped by her uncle. They had reports and everything. I had to read these fucking reports and go to court and all this shit, and the uncle was still in the fucking house. I couldn't understand that. Like, why the fuck is this uncle not gone? Right? So every time that I went to the house, guys, I was mad, right? And of course, you don't supposed to be mad, or bringing your feelings into the job, right, guys? But I'm a fucking human. Okay, all that other job shit X's out. I'm a human being. as the mother, right? The mother of that case, I felt like she was just a fucking zombie. Okay? And she was letting the freaking city use her. Okay? Because she was not speaking up for herself and she wasn't saying too much about herself. Okay? She wasn't taking any accountability, but they wanted to put her in parenting classes. A fucking parenting class ain't gonna do shit for these people. It's human trafficking. They're exploiting these kids for capital gain. And I'm telling you guys, the Administration for Children's Services need to be shut the fuck down now. It's a sad thing. I'm telling you, it's a sad thing that these kids are being removed from their own homes where they have their real mothers and fathers that is at least taking them to school and feeding them. Just because they got their ass whooped, which they probably need their ass whooped, half these kids need their ass to be fucking whooped. Okay, they too fucking disrespectful. You remove the kid so that the state can educational neglect them, medically neglect them, and then have other people. So guys, it's a damn shame. I'm telling you, it's a damn shame, guys, how these kids are just being exploited by the state. Okay, every case that's being generated within the Administration of Children's Services, the city gets a fucking check for it. Okay, the city gets a check for removing kids from their homes. It's like, how in the world is shit even possible? People making money from families being destroyed. See, this shit happened back in the 1700s and the 1800s when black people, right, the black family was being destroyed by the white counterpart. The black families, the men were being torn away, the kids were being torn away, the women were being stripped and raped. Guys, this shit is the same thing that's happening right now, okay? All about the fucking dollar. The Administration for Children's Services is not out to help no fucking body. I was in it for 5 years. I hated that fucking job. I wish that shit would have burnt up. I wish they would have burnt that shit in flames and blew that whole shit up, for real. It's sickening, it's sad, guys, and it makes me sick to my stomach. It's a crying shame, okay, that these kids are being exploited like this. Innocent kids are being freaking exploited. They're being slutted out from the system. They going from foster home to 5 and 6 different schools in 1 year, to this, to that, to different environments, to different energies. This is why these fucking kids grow up confused, don't know what the fuck they doing, don't have a clue about life's values, don't have principles in life, because they've been screwed at age 2. They've been screwed at age 4. They've been screwed at age 7. Now, all they're doing, especially the girls, all they're looking is for the next motherfucker to screw them. As they become a teenager, they 14, 15. Now you got 6 kids and you 16 years old. What? I had a case. A girl was 19. She had 6 kids. 6 men in the shelter. None of the men were there to help her. Why? Because she was looking for the next nigga that was going to screw her. Because that's all she was used to, going from foster care to foster care to foster care, getting screwed and getting fucked her whole life, poor thing. And that's all she knew. Looking for love, she didn't even know what the fuck love was. Nobody in those foster homes loved her. They didn't give her love. They didn't give her a kiss and send her off to school. They didn't say, I think you're great. You know, they didn't say encouraging words to her. I'm telling you guys, this shit makes me want to, I'm telling you, make me want to cry. This shit is emotional. Okay? Because I can remember sitting there talking to that girl. 19, 6 kids in the shelter. Her mother fucking abandoned her when she was a baby. She's been in the system for 19 years, being screwed by men, women, social workers, judges, cops, everybody. And all she know now is to get screwed. So all she's gonna do now, guys, is teach her children how to be screwed by the fucking system, guys. And this is what I talk about as far as building something, guys, for your last name. Building something, okay, that you can help you first and then go help your children. She's 19, don't have no direction, 6 kids. She can't teach her kids nothing. It's a sad thing, guys. I couldn't do that job no more. All you ACS workers that's out there and you working for your check and you getting your little Louis bag and all that shit, know that's the blood of innocent children. No, that is the blood, and you on the backs of little children, innocent kids. Ought to be ashamed of your goddamn self. Job ain't that fucking serious. Go get another one. If all the social workers leave, all the so-called social workers leave ACS, it wouldn't be a fucking agency. A lot of those workers don't have integrity. I had a supervisor, the bitch didn't give a fuck about nothing but her new shoes. Literally. That's all she talked about. She was online all the time shopping. Bitch, when you gonna do some fucking work? And then be quick to write a nigga up, like for real. Be quick to write somebody up. I mean, I used to get written up all the time. Because there's a lot of shit I did not agree with. And of course, guys, when you got a job, you gotta listen to what your boss say. You gotta listen to what your supervisor say. If you don't, you get fired. That's why my ass got fired, guys. I couldn't. It was too much for me. I couldn't do it. My mind couldn't wrap around how the fuck are these people still here doing this? How are you still getting paid to exploit kids, right? To pull people down like crabs, and you're not, and you fine with that coming to work every day? I was depressed every fucking day. Going to work. Going in these meetings and shit, setting up long-term plans, and a long-term plan is for them to stay in the shelter. Long-term plan is for the kids to go to another foster care. The long-term plan was not to restore the mother, the father, and the kids together. Unification. They said it, they may have said it, but the reality of it is, guys, I told you, every kid that's removed or every case that's generated and you found and it's founded, guess what, guys? The city gets a check for that. So why would they be wanting to put families back? Make no sense. Ain't no money in unification. It's money in destruction. It's money in destroying families. In the fucking United States of a fucking America. Trump talk about he gonna make America great again. America's shit dog to the grave. America shit dog to the grave. If we can't invest in our children so we can have a brighter future, our future is darker than fucking hell. It's a sad thing, guys. It's a sad thing. I couldn't do it no more. I just couldn't. It just didn't sit right with me. I couldn't do it no more. That wasn't a part of me. You know, I couldn't sleep right, knowing that, damn, these kids are being removed from their own parents who didn't take them to school for a week because the mom was depressed because she couldn't get out the fucking bed because she's so depressed, and she in the shelter, and she hoping and praying and wishing that somebody, comes and give her opportunity. She can't get out the bed. So instead of them saying, let's help the mom get it together, oh, let's remove her kids. So you think that's gonna help her? No, that's just gonna make her more fucking depressed, more suicidal. They don't focus on the problem. They don't focus on solutions. They don't give a fuck. The first thing, remove the kid. Oh, the goal is to get the kid back with the parent. No, it's not. If that's the case, you'll put services in place for the parents. You'll put services in place, real services. Not, find a new non-profit agency that don't even give a fuck and don't have no type of regulations. I work for a non-profit agency too. The fucking supervisor, he was a gay ass. He ain't give a fuck. All thing he's worried about is the next nigga he looking to fuck. I'm telling you guys, it's sad. It's fucking sad that this shit happens. Okay? I pray every day for these little kids. These little kids are being exploited. They're being raped. Okay? Literally, guys, right in their own faces. So they grow up traumatized. They grow up not trusting people. Right? And it's not just black kids. It's Indian kids, Chinese kids, white kids, but more so black and Spanish in the system. Because the system is designed to keep black and Spanish people down. That's my rant. Guys, leave your comments. Like this video, share this, guys. If you're an ACS worker, you know, really, I don't know how you even work there. I can't do it. You know, and if it's just for a paycheck, then you definitely are fucked up. Because your paycheck is coming off the blood of kids that's being exploited and being screwed and fucked. There's plenty of other jobs out there that will be fulfilling for you or start you a business part-time. And you ain't got to worry about nobody dictating your income. You dictate your own shit. How about that? Couldn't do it no more, guys. My integrity wouldn't let me do it. My ambition, my motivation, I just couldn't do it no more. So that's my rant, guys. Leave your thoughts. What do you think? You know, have you ever came encounter with foster children, or you know people, guys? I mean, everybody have to know somebody. It's not a game. It's not funny. Okay? So leave your comments, leave your thoughts, guys. I'll see you soon. Okay, so I'm at the gym and it's no parking, so it cannot be full. Hope it ain't full. Shit. Fucking ridiculous. Let's do some yoga. Yoga woga.